Good morning, students and parents who are virtually joining us to the Grade 5 concert. I'm very excited to be here for a couple of reasons. One, it's our last concert in the elementary school of the season, but also it's one of my favourites because we get to see the growth that the elementary school Grade 5 students have made in their music ability, in their playing. And I can tell you they're a little bit nervous, but I heard them warm up, and I can also tell you that they were super, and we're super proud of them no matter how they go, but I know they're going to go perfect. So, without further ado, I'm going to say a short prayer and hand over to the Grade 5 concert. So please, if you're at home or in the audience, please bow your heads and join me in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us together today as a community. Please watch over and guide our students as they perform. We thank our teachers and community for making this performance possible. As the celebration of Jesus' birth draws near, we hope our performance today will be uplifting to our community. We ask you, Lord, to watch over Seoul Foreign School community and all those who are less fortunate than us. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause.
Good morning and welcome to the 5th grade band concert. 4th graders, it's lovely to see you here with us. And at home, thank you so much for joining us, parents and family members and friends from all across the world. My name is Sophie Holbrook, and it is one of my favorite concerts of the year because this is their very, very first band concert ever. So congratulations, you have made it this far. These students have already performed in a choir concert last week, which was absolutely beautiful. And they have performed, if they've been here at SFS, they've been involved in other concerts throughout elementary school as well. Something that's very special in the 5th grade is that is when they start their band instruments. So all of the instruments on stage that you see, I will introduce them a little bit later, but there are 13 different instruments, and that's not even counting all the instruments in the percussion. I'm just counting percussion as one, but I'll describe that a little bit later. This takes an enormous amount of teamwork because these students all have different parts of the music. And in 5th grade, it takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort to not only learn your part, but learn how it fits within the context of the whole band. So these students have worked very hard, and they have never even been together until last Friday. We had our very first rehearsal. And I wish I had recorded it. I didn't. I'm not going to surprise you. But the sound from last Friday until today has dramatically improved, and that's all to the work of these students. So I hope you enjoyed their program today. We are going to start with a song called Angels on Parade. guessing game. And anyone here, you can just call out the answer if you think you know it. How many different pitches do you think they played in that entire song? 3? Da, da, da. That's it? 5? 4? I just heard it. I heard it. 6. These students have been taught 6 different notes. And that's not a lot of notes if you think about all the different notes that you play on a piano, or if you play another type of instrument, you are probably more comfortable with lots of different notes. But for band instruments, we start with 6 notes. We learn 5 on beginner band day, which is something that 4th grade you'll do next year as a 5th grader. And then we learn 1 more note in October. 6 notes only is what you'll hear today. But thankfully, composers and arrangers have made lots of available music only using 6 notes. Now, 6 notes might sound like not a lot, but band, is 6 notes hard or easy? Yeah. Depending on your instrument, your fingerings could be really tricky. The bassoons, which you'll see over there, Una and James are playing the bassoon, just their thumb has 12 keys. Think about that. Just one thumb has 12 buttons that they need to push down. And they have to push it in different ways. And some of them you don't touch, and some of them you push down hard, and some of you push down light. It's really challenging to play an instrument with so many different keys on it. With brass instruments, they have different way of doing their fingerings. Most of it's with their airspeed and with their lip vibrations. And they don't have a lot of different fingerings because they only use 3 fingers or a slide. So I'm going to quickly show the different instrument sections to you, and we're going to stand up and show them to the audience. You can take a look at the different instruments and who's playing them. First off, we have the flutes. So flutes, can you stand up and hold up your flutes? Flutes are a member of the woodwind family. Thank you, flutes. And next we have the oboes. Stand up, oboes. Behind the oboes, we have the bassoons. Please stand up and show off your bassoon. We have a whole army of clarinets. Let's see the clarinets. And the big sister or the big brother to the clarinet is the bass clarinet. They're over there in the middle. It's just like a clarinet, but a little bit bigger. And next to them, we have the alto saxophones. And the bigger version of the saxophone would be the tenor saxophone. Stand up, tenors. And that's it for the woodwind family. All of those are in the woodwind family. Now we have the brass family. Trumpets, please stand up. Thank you, trumpets. And the horns. Very proud horn players. Thank you, horn players. And the trombones. Show them your slide, trombones. Show them. So they have a slide that moves. That's how they change pitches. Thank you, trombones. And the euphoniums. And get your muscles ready. The tubas. Can you stand up, tubas? Whoa, so big, so strong. Thank you, tubas. And in the very back, you'll see some students standing. They are the percussion players. Percussion, wave some instruments. Awesome, thank you, percussion. We are going to have some special opportunity to hear each instrument section. So using those 6 notes, we have several different Christmas carols for you today. And we have some student announcers who are going to describe their instrument section and introduce each Christmas carol.
Hi, my name is Sophie, and I'd like to introduce the song Sing Noel. This song will be played by the flute and oboe section of our band. They are both woodwind instruments. However, you'll notice that not all woodwind instruments are made of wood. The flute is made of nickel, which is a kind of metal. Historically, the flute would have been made by wood a very long time ago. And that's why it is considered a member of the woodwind family.
I'm Caitlin, and I play the oboe. One special thing about the oboe is that it uses a double reed, which is two very thin pieces of wood tied together. We blow air through the two pieces of wood and it makes a squeak sound like this. Like that. It sounds funny now, but when you put the reed in the oboe and play with proper fingerings, it makes a beautiful sound which you will hear soon. My name is Stu. The flutes and oboes will now play Sing Noel together in unison. Then they play it in a two-part round. You will hear how they play it in the same range, and the only thing that is different between the two of them in sound is a timbre. That means the tone quality is different between the two instruments, even though they're playing the same notes. Sing Noel is a Christmas song that is also known as Africa Noel.
Thank you, flutes and oboes.
Hello, my name is Davin, and I am one of the 15 clarinet players in the band. We are the largest section in the band. We're kind of like the violins in an orchestra. Our job is to play the melody sometimes, but we could also play the harmony. The clarinet is a woodwind instrument that uses one reed that is attached to the mouthpiece. We blow air through it, which causes sound vibrations. You may hear us squeak sometimes, but don't worry. That is totally normal in a beginner band. It means that the air and the reed don't vibrate at the same time, which causes extra air to squeak. It may sound funny to you, but it's all part of the process as we learn how to control the airspeed. Anyway, we will be playing Jolly Old St. Nicholas, which many of you will recognize as a popular Christmas song. Enjoy!
Hi, my name is Irene, and the next group is a combination of tenor saxophones, bassoons, and bass clarinets. Each of those is sort of like a big brother or sister to a different instrument. The bassoon is similar to the oboe, but bigger and lower. It also uses a double reed like what Caitlin described. The bass clarinet is very similar to the clarinet, but it sounds one octave lower. The tenor saxophone is almost the same as an alto saxophone, but a bit lower in pitch. Both the saxophone and the bass clarinet use a single reed like how Davin described. These three instruments play in the same range as each other, which is one octave lower than the clarinet section you just heard. You will hear them play up on the housetop together.
alto saxophones will play two short holiday songs, Good King Wenceslas and Dreidel Dreidel. Something that is very interesting about the saxophone is that it was not invented until the 1840s in Paris by a person named Adolphe Sax. Even though 1840s sounds like a long time ago, it is actually quite recent in music history. Think about it. Some of the biggest composers in history, such as Beethoven, Mozart, or Bach, all lived before the saxophone was invented. They wouldn't even know what the saxophone is. That's why there's no music from the classical era written for the saxophone. It was all composed before the instrument was even invented.
Hi, I'm Monet, and now we moved on to the brass instruments. I play the horn, which is part of the brass family. You may have guessed it by the name, but our instruments are made out of brass. One funny thing about the horn is that commonly known as French horn, but actually it was made in Germany. Also, if you unroll all these tubes, the horn will be nearly 16 feet long.
My name is Dan. To play a brass instrument, you need to vibrate your lips in front of this mouthpiece. The instrument acts as a microphone for the mouthpiece. Basically, if you can buzz the mouthpiece really well, the instrument amplifies it and the sound and makes it able to play more notes. The fingerings are quite easy on brass instruments because we don't have all the keys like woodwinds do. We can change the pitch by vibrating our lips and controlling the speed of the air to make the notes go higher or lower. If you watch closely, you may see that sometimes we don't move our fingers at all, but the notes still change. It's very challenging to change notes on brass instruments. We will now play the halls.
I'm Jihoon, and I'm going to tell you about the low brass. That means the brass instruments that play low, which are the trombones, euphoniums, and tubas. They are the foundation for the entire band and provide a lot of strength for the rest of us to play on top of. Without them, our band would sound weak. We are so happy to have such great players in the low brass sections. The tubas especially are frequently called the most important instrument in the band.
I'm Ian, and I want to tell you something really cool about the trombone. It's the only instrument that has 0 buttons. How do they change notes? The sound is controlled by only moving the slide to one of the 7 positions. If the slide is correct position and the air is the correct speed, the right pitch will come out. They can also play something really fun called a glissando. It's when you move a trombone slide without tonguing, and it sounds like this. You will hear an upward glissando halfway through their song, Jingle Bells.
I'm Caleb. I'm one of your percussion players. We are our own family within band. We play many instruments, some examples you have already seen and will continue to. Xylophone, glockenspiel, vibraphone, snare drum, bass drum, timpani, triangle, tambourine, shaker, maraca, jingle bells, and the gyro. We have to be flexible because we need to learn many different parts. You may have noticed that we have to move a lot between songs. That's because we are switching instruments. We never get to sit. We also are known as the rhythm masters because we don't have to worry about blowing into an instrument and doing correct fingerings like the woodwinds and brass do. We simply have to keep track of the rhythm, which is very tricky. We will play Little Drummer Boy and Girl for you now and see how many instruments are being played.
Thank you so much, student announcers. Well done, sections. We are now going to hear some students play in what's known as the advanced band. It's not by audition, it's just by students who sign up. They want to have more band in their life, they want to learn extra songs. So these students will be playing 2 pieces of music for you, and they will come to the front of the stage, and you will hear 2 familiar songs that are both Christmassy in their nature. And these are the advanced band students, so please come to the front of the stage. Thank you very much, advanced band members. And it is open to anybody, so if you like what you just heard, watch out for the announcements for after Christmas. We'll get going again with advanced band. And those students were only able to meet at their recess time, so thank you for giving up your recess time to learn more music. That was really nice. To close out our program, we have a piece called Santa's Rooftop Roomba. Do you know what a Roomba is? What is it? I think I heard someone say it. Yeah, it's a dance. It's a type of dance. So it's a rhythmic dance, and you're gonna hear our percussion friends in the back be playing various rhythms on some different instruments. Individually, one part might be kind of boring, they might say. I only play the jingle bells. I just go quarter notes the whole song. So I've always been telling them they are one part of a much larger picture. They are one ingredient in a really complicated recipe. Together, these students have come together and just really blown me away with how hard they've worked, their positive attitude, what they do at home to prepare for today, but as well as how they rehearse and engage during our classes. So my first thank you today is just to the students. It has been a joy to work with you, and I wish you a very Merry Christmas, and I can't wait to see you again after break. So thank you, students. I'm very proud of you. I'd also like to thank the parents. I wish you could be here today, and I hope to meet you someday soon. Thank you so much for supporting your students. I know, because I hear it every day, I know that sometimes the sounds can be hard to listen to when they're just starting. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your support of your sons and daughters for starting a band instrument and helping them get ready for today, because without you at home, they wouldn't be able to be here. So thank you so much, and we are going to close it out with Santa's Rooftop Roomba.
Another tremendous round of applause for these students playing today. You guys were fabulous. Thank you. So well done. I just have a few more thank yous. So, of course, students, without your playing and your talents, none of this would be possible, so thank you so much. Can I have all the student readers who read something about their instruments or a group of instruments, can all the student readers who read today or spoke in the microphone, can all of you guys stand up and take a bow? All the students who spoke. So well done. Again, thank you, home audience, for joining. One thing I didn't even think of till today, and this was not on purpose, is today, obviously, is our 5th grade concert, and at the end of the day today, we have our wind ensemble and high school concert, band concert with strings, but we didn't plan it that way, I don't think, at least in my memory, but it's such a cool day in terms of seeing the progression of our music program. So with these kids who have been playing for about 3 or 4 months, and at the end of the day, you get to see the top level band students in our program, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm so excited about that. Can we all say thank you and give a big round of applause to Mr. Black up in the booth, who's doing an amazing job? Can you also give a big shout out to all the grade 5 teachers for all of their support, all of our grade 5 teachers. And I do want to say a special thank you to the grade 4 teachers and students. You guys were such a lovely audience, so thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Preston, Ms. Park, for all of your support. Thank you so much. And of course, last but certainly not least, is the amazing, the wonderful, who without none of this would be possible, your band teacher, Miss Holbrook, right? Miss Holbrook is absolutely amazing. I was thinking about something Mr. Press said when we first started. These students literally just started playing these instruments about 3 months ago, and they play together for about 45 minutes per week. So it's not that much time, and they went from not playing anything to a full-on concert. And so I'm so excited to hear what you guys do at the end of the school year in your last concert of the year. So again, thank you, students, and thank you, Ms. Holbrook. Well done. Thank you so much, guys. This is, like Mr. Press said at the beginning, this is the last elementary concert of the season. This evening will be our final Christmas concert beginning at 3 o'clock. Here, it's our high school band and strings concert, so we hope you can join in watching that as well. Thank you all. Merry Christmas and have a great day.
And then, 5th graders, after you say a nice compliment, I want you to say to your neighbor, don't forget to bring your instrument home.